I've been a dedicated dog owner for over 10 years now, and I know firsthand how challenging training can be. When I adopted my Whippet, he was constantly jumping up, barking, and ignoring commands. But through the right training, patience, and consistency, I have transformed him into my dream dog. And now I'm here to help you do the same. No gimmicks, just real life, effective training. For many puppies, a vet trip can be quite a stressful experience, but with the right preparation, we can ensure it goes as smoothly and as calmly as possible. In this video, I will be covering what to bring to your first vet visit, what will happen during the appointment, and how to keep your puppy calm and comfortable. So let's dive in. The key to a successful vet visit is in the preparation. Here's exactly what you need to do before heading out. Firstly, we are going to need to gather important documents, and these include breeder or shelter records like vaccinations, deworming, and the puppy's microchip details. Next is any additional paperwork you have about the puppy's health or diet, and something that's super important is a list of questions that you have for the vet, because when you get there and you're managing and handling your puppy for the first time in the vet, the whole situation can be quite a lot for yourself and the puppy, and it's really quite common for us as the dog owner to forget what questions we had for the vet. And it's only until we get home where we sit down and go, I forgot to ask that particular question. Vets will check your puppy's teeth, ears, nose, and paws, so it's really important to get them comfortable with this at home before the vet visit. I have already made a video specifically about handling. I'll put the link up here above my head so you can go and check it out. Firstly, we need to make sure that we have some sort of crate or carrier for the puppy, their collar and lead, and it's always a nice idea to bring a familiar blanket or toy for the puppy. Now, how do we plan on traveling to the vets? If you need to jump in a car, it's a nice idea to have got the puppy used to some car rides before the vet visit, and I'm talking days and weeks in advance, where you put the puppy in the car, in their harness, in a crate, and you just drive around the block, you take them to the shops and back, and you just generalize car rides in their daily life. For safety reasons, it's nice to have a harness on in the car for your puppy while they are in their crate. And it's important to keep the car ride calm as always, and to not make a big fuss out of anything. When you arrive at the vets, here's what you can expect step by step. So you remember the paperwork that we needed to bring with us? This is one of the first things that the vets is going to ask for, to double check their vaccination records and their medical history. More often than not, the vet will weigh your dog, and this is quite a low stress thing because they always have walk-on scales in these vets, so you can just either place your dog on the scales or they will walk on. It's important to bear in mind that the waiting room in the vets could be quite busy, and there will be a collection of all different animals. This can include cats and rabbits. So if you're watching this, I'm just going to assume that your puppy hasn't been exposed to any other animal. So this is going to be quite an exciting, maybe a scary experience for them. But my key takeaway here is that it's a perfect time to start training your dog in these busy environments. Make sure you take a handful of treats with you and just get their attention on you as best as you can. When you actually meet the vet, they will run through a few basic checks, which include their ears, eyes, mouth, and nose. They will often check the abdomen area for internal health. They'll have a listen to their tiny little beating heart and also their lungs, and they will inspect their coat and skin for any potential allergies or parasites. Let's talk about vaccinations and preventative care. If your puppy's vaccinations are not up to date, it's likely that your vet will give them their required vaccine. They will most likely also discuss tick and worm treatment with you, but you have the option to purchase this through the vets or pet shops. It's completely up to you. And don't forget, now is the perfect opportunity to start asking the vet questions about your dog, about the home situation with the dog, what to do, what not to do. There's really no greater person to ask about things like vaccinations, the worming treatment, the flea and tick treatment. So if you remembered your list of questions, pull it out now and start reeling off the questions to the vets. After all, you are paying to be there, so you may as well take advantage of it. And at this point, your puppy may be looking quite nervous and even scared. If not, then congratulations to you, you have a great dog on your hands. But if they are finding the whole experience a little bit overwhelming, here's a few things that you can do. Puppies can pick up on your energy, so it's important that as the dog owners, we stay calm and collected. Speak to them in a soft and reassuring tone. This is definitely going to help just ease their minds and keep them calm. Use positive reinforcement. Make sure that you've got a pocket full of treats and use this little segment of time as an opportunity to work on some training with your dog. You can distract the puppy by comforting them, and you can do this by stroking their chin or anywhere that they prefer. And in the future, if you go to another vet visit and the waiting room is too busy, you can ask reception if it's okay if you just wait out in the car. More often than not, they will say yes, absolutely no problem at all, and they will come out and get you when you're due in. However, with that being said, although it can be a stressful situation for the puppy, it is also important to encourage them into these situations as best as you can. If they get used to getting their own way, then vet visits moving forward are always going to be a problem. So what do we do after the vet visit? Once you're home, here's exactly what you can expect after the visit. It's important to give your puppy some time to rest. They can sometimes feel a little bit tired after their vaccinations. Encourage them into their safe space and allow them some time to just relax. It's important that we monitor for side effects. Some puppies can have mild reactions to some of these vaccines, so it's important that you keep an eye on them. And my top tip for you guys here is to, if you're going for your vet visit with your puppy, to try and book the appointment first thing in the morning. This is so by the time we get the puppy home and they've had time to rest, if they do, for whatever reason, have a side effect to their vaccination, you know that the vet is more likely to be open up until 6 or 7 p.m, so you will be able to give them a call. If you book your appointment too late on in the day and your puppy has a reaction, you won't be able to call them until the morning. Of course, there are 24-hour vets, but they can be really expensive and they're not always that local to us. It's nice to end this busy and stressful day for your dog on a high, so give them lots of praise, maybe give them an extra big dinner and a special little treat. And now that your puppy has had their first vet visit, they are well on their way to living a long and happy life. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to comment, like and subscribe, and if you feel like you need more help with anything mentioned in this video, you can download my free ebook. The link will be in the description box below.